guys heard about this Richard Tuggz stabbing Kevin?
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kevin, Tuggz called me up like a week ago, like a few days ago.
Yeah.
And motherfucker was waffling on the phone. Like, I'm talking about like straight 10 minutes of him like explaining the story to me.
Yeah, he stabbed me for no reason. That's why he's trying to fucking come with an excuse.
I somewhat understood something. So, you just explain it. Before I explain it, so you explain the story.
Alright, I'm trying to make some money. I'm tow trucking. I'm at the hospital. I'm taking a piss across the street outside the hospital. Jamal runs up behind me while I'm going through this process, right? I snap back into it. Jamal's down. He's getting robbed by Richard. I take out my wrench. I tell Richard, don't rob Jamal. And then he stops robbing Jamal. He walks away, doesn't say anything. And then I guess Tuggz takes out a knife while he's standing on the tow truck. I start escorting Jamal away towards the hospital to get him medical. There's a cop that's rolling right down this street. And then as the cop is like 3 feet away from me, Tuggz stabs me and says, "Oh, Richard's with me," or some shit like that. And I go down, he gets chased by the cops, and then they arrest him and they charge him. After we have a conversation for like fucking 20 minutes, and it was just waffling after waffling. The conversation was so incoherent, and it was so incoherent, and I was so cooked that I was like, okay, whatever, fuck it. But in between that time, the time that I got stabbed and the time that I spoke to Tuggz, Jack, me, and Idiot were actually looking for him, but we couldn't find him. So I came back here, I decorated, I cooled down a little bit. I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna let it go. Tuggz called me. We kind of like squashed it, but not really. I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to Ming and Forehead just to see what's up. And then once I said that, he was like, oh no, Ming is basically CG or something like that. So we're good. It'll be cool. It's fine. There's no issues. There's not gonna be anything out of it. I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, we'll see. And then what's his name? Richard calls me to talk shit, and he kind of annoyed me. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do to you what I was gonna do to Tuggz. ... But I haven't seen him since, so I haven't done anything. But that's where we're at with that. And then I guess Zuck just told me that RJ got stabbed by Richard. So I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. Richard's giving me this. I don't know if you know who this was, but back in the day, there was this guy Tommy Tinker who used to hang out with CG.
Bro,
Richard's giving me Tommy Tinker vibes.
What did I just hear, bro?
What's up with Tommy Tinker?
Come on, bitch. I didn't hear any of that.
So when Tommy used to hang out with CG, he was the baddest motherfucker in the whole city.
I see.
All right, so Kevin, I guess the real question is,
I don't know, man. I mean, have you ever spoke to Richard?
Well, Richard's stupider than
Richard's like Zug.
What? I have never stabbed someone randomly except for that one time I stabbed that lady at the sack, but that was the first time and last time. Okay.
I don't think Richard's really like that. I don't think he's kind of thinking he's bigger than he is. I think he literally just Zug.
I mean, the way he spoke to me on the phone, and then apparently he stabbed RJ. I mean, maybe. I mean, you might have a different relationship.
I'm gonna dab him up for that.
Okay, come on.
That's my dog.
Nah, come on, Ming. Come on.
What?
Okay, so what is this about, though? I mean, I kind of didn't want to get into it, but
I mean, for me, I got stuff for no reason.
I feel like I got some. No, it's some other shit. I feel like I got some Alzheimer's or something. I'm missing something. But what rubs you the wrong way about RJ?
Richard, my dog, bro.
No, for real. What rubs you the wrong way about RJ? Because maybe we don't see it, and you see something we don't see, and enlighten us. We're not in the dark.
Nothing, man. I'm just sitting back watching, just letting it happen.
Come on.
All right, so hold on. The real question is, hold on. Let's not move. Let's keep on track with what Kevin said. So, you spoke to him afterwards?
Yeah, I spoke to him afterwards, and the conversation went in circles.
Okay,
it just ended with I'm gonna talk to Megan Ford. I mean,
I know the way
this.
He called me up and I said I gotta speak to you because I need your side of the story, right? So he did speak to me, he explained it, but then I basically said I gotta speak to you because obviously,
I mean, so here's what I think, right? Like, I'm not too pressed about it. Like, we got other shit that we're trying to work on. So if we wanted to drop it, we could drop it. The thing about this is, it's gonna become a pattern where certain people are gonna think that that's the way that people in our crew are gonna be treated. Like that's an okay thing, right?
Yeah,
it's already happened. Like, it's already moved from Kevin to RJ, and eventually it's going to trickle on up to somebody else and somebody else and somebody else, and then we're just going to get fucking rolled for no reason because people aren't afraid of consequences. So it's just a matter of do you want to work with the consequences now, or do you want to deal with it later? Because we're gonna have to deal with it eventually.
Okay.
We could bring this up to him also.
Let me just clarify. The guy was one of them was on the ground or some shit. Jamal was like a fake doctor or some shit, right?
Yeah, Jamal was doing Jamal things, right? So up until like Jamal getting stabbed, like I wasn't gonna fucking do anything in that situation coming back because I didn't know who stabbed him, and Jamal probably deserved that shit, low-key. And Jamal even said he deserved it, right? But once I start escorting this guy, we're leaving the situation, and bro just turns around and stabs me for no reason. Like,
so you just walked up and escorted Jamal, like to take him to the.
No, they were right behind me. Like if I was like freaking, I was like over here, and bro got stabbed like right there.
No way, you just had to take him out of there?
I took out my wrench and said, stop robbing him, and he walked away, and then I picked up his body and I started dragging him into the hospital.
And then you got stabbed?
Yep, and then Tuggz says, what's my name? I told him my name, and then he said, oh, Richard's with me. He stabbed me, and that was it. Yeah, I'll be honest, if this was 5 years ago, right? You know, I would have called Pitch and I would have bought $1 million in guns, and, you know, that would have been it.
For Richard?
Yeah, fuck Richard. And Tuggz. But like, I understand that that's not where we're at right now. So,
no, man.
You guys are just like
with 2 stabbings over here, man.
I just feel like I don't know. I don't see Richard as a big deal. Maybe it's just because I know him. And
I mean,
it was
Tuggz.
Tuggz. It was Tuggz that stabbed him.
Richard is just like phone call bullshit. Like I literally would have forgot about it if Zuck didn't tell me about RJ. Actually, I actually forgot about it until Zuck brought it up.
I mean, I don't know. What it seems like he's like a dog that, like, you know, bites. Like, we gotta train him or something. We gotta fucking kick him a little bit. He's just gonna keep biting, and you know, give him a little spanking.
Yeah, maybe we can set you up with him, bro. Maybe you can go do some jobs with him.
Why would I want to do jobs with someone that stabs 2 of my slimes?
When did this happen? When did this happen to Kevin?
So like 4 days ago.
Like 2 days ago. It was like the second or third day I was working in the warehouse. So maybe second day.
Yeah, that's the only fucking thing with these things. Like, we're coming to this so late. You know what I mean? This is like days ago that it happened.
Well, like I said, like pretty low on the list of priorities. I just know that something's gonna have to get dealt with eventually, whether it's through me or through a situation happening with somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm also not too pressed about it because I realize that these guys are primarily around when literally no one else is around. Like half the time, I'm not even around when they're around.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you, Kevin. I mean, if you want to fucking go stab him back, I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just get him eventually, right? One day he's gonna say the wrong shit. I'm just gonna fucking dust him. That's probably how it's gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna go looking for him. I'm not gonna go look for any trouble, but that's probably how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna call him Stanley, you short fat fuck, and he's not gonna like that. He's gonna say some shit that I'm gonna shoot him, and then I'll tell him that, hey, we're even now. Wait, is Richard? Sorry, are either these people actually in Chain Gang, or are they just like hang around / friends?
I don't know. They said for Richard that they just that he hangs around with them a lot. I don't think they said he was affiliated, but
I'm pretty sure he is affiliated, bro. He's always around.
What about Tuggz? That guy, he's in Chain Gang, no?
I mean, yeah, I think he's like 100%.
Anytime I've seen him is robbing with Chain Gang, so that's why I was operating the assumption he was there. What do you think?
I mean, like I said, Kevin, if you want to go fucking stab the guy, I don't give a fuck. Like, listen, okay, I wouldn't blame any if you're over here getting fucking stabbed for pretty much no reason. I wouldn't blame anyone for going back and stabbing that person. Like, you guys don't have to fucking come and have a meeting about it. Just go fucking do it. Because in the time when it happened, right? It's a bit more awkward when you have to deal with things like days afterwards, and no one really gives a fuck about it anymore. But in that moment, if you think it's the right thing to do, then do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, me, Jack, and Idiot were gonna do that, but we couldn't find him for the hour that we looked for him. So it's like, okay, well, this is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. It's like one of those things you gotta deal with then and there. You know, like.
Yeah. No, 100%. No, I do agree with you though. I mean, but what about this RJ shit?
I mean, that's fresh. Right? That just happened yesterday. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's also a pattern.
Oh no! I mean, I guess RJ speaks to fucking what's his name, Richard, and see what the fuck was going on. I don't know. These guys came in the house and talking about like this rich guy stabs people to flirt with them.
Fucking hentai.
Like, bro, I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Like, don't ask me. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, the guy walks around in a full fucking bodysuit, saying he's going to play VR.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, but he's also like actually stabbing people in the real world.